close by. Bitch ass hillbilly redneck fans. Auburn almost caught y'all slacking like dress pants. Michigan trash, they ain't got a damn chance. Only Wolverine I respect is X-Man. Sheen ass coach got exposed, still in plays. Damn right I'm bitter, y'all sweeter than lemonade. Texas ain't shit to rave about. The Longhorns only good at a steakhouse. Had y'all like number 3, I was like, no way. Y'all lost to Oklahoma, which means y'all just okay. And Washington not important. Y'all be some ducks, acting like that's vital as an orchid. If we played y'all, we kick that ass Chuck Norris. Y'all stay boring, only thing in that bitch is a forest. Let's set the record straight. Fuck your team if it ain't Florida State.
Real Spill with Dupree.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Real Spill with Dupree. I got my boy Dennis in here, and we got my boy AC joining us for the first time. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Yo.
Another day in paradise, another day another week, I should say, of some good college football, unless you're a Gator fan. We ain't gonna hang on them boys too much. You know, they're going through a lot right now.
Yeah.
They're good,
right? We're gonna start off with, let me see who was a good game. Go down here. I mean, I'm gonna go down just a few. I mean, Penn State, you know, they pretty. I expected them to handle my boy Willie Simmons like that, but they handled FIU pretty fairly. Even though FIU was in the game, they was in the game early. But FIU, I mean, Penn State ended up pulling off 34-0. Grambling got embarrassed by Ohio State, obviously 70-0. Now Georgia, surprisingly, Georgia and LSU struggled with lesser opponents. LSU struggled with Louisiana Tech, only won 23-7, and Georgia struggled with Austin Peay. They only won 28-6. Miami handled Bethune-Cookman 45-3. Oregon handled Oklahoma State 69-3. Texas bounced back. They beat San Jose State 38-7. Clemson, where everybody was trying to hype up the beat. SEC, and that's a typical contender. They struggled with Troy and end up pulling that out 27-16. Now, y'all stop me if y'all want to got any thoughts on that in them games.
Well, first of all, Troy always been a good defensive team. For the last 8 years, Troy, I mean, I wouldn't say the class of the conference, but they got a defense. They going to always have a defense. That's why Clemson struggled. And then on top of that, Antonio Williams was out too. So I do expect Clemson to run over. I think Clemson going to beat Georgia Tech by double digits coming up this week because they got a lot of negative talk. They dropped. I think they dropped outside the top 25 too. I mean, outside the top 10. So I expect them to rebound. Yeah, they dropped outside the top 10. So they ain't been looking good the last 2 weeks. So I think Clemson going to rebound though. I think they should have Antonio Williams back. And yeah, I think they're gonna beat Georgia Tech by double digits, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Well, me and Dennis talked about this last week. I'm just not, and I told Dennis this. I'm just not sold on Clemson. I haven't been sold on Clemson. I'm not sold on Cade Klubnik. And that team continued to show me why each week why I shouldn't be sold on them. And I just ain't sold on them, and then to see them struggle against Troy, just further prove my point that I don't trust them.
I can respect that. A lot of offenses are like behind. I guess at the start of the season, a lot of defenses are ahead of the offenses. I'm telling you, I think by week 3 or 4, you're gonna see a lot. You're gonna see Georgia start to turn it up. LSU didn't score a lot of points. They kind of struggled. They got one of the best offenses. I think they're gonna turn it up. Clemson, trust me, Clemson gonna turn it up. Clemson, they got an offense. They probably got the best wide receiver corps in the country. Cade Klubnik got to step it up, but nah, they gonna return the form. I promise you. They what else? I think a less than a touchdown favorite against Georgia Tech. Best believe I'm taking them to cover that for sure. 100%, I'm taking that.
What you about to say about that, Dennis?
No, I was saying they struggled 2 weeks in a row with the LSU game. Like that was the first game of the season. They couldn't manage the game and everything. But it's just that Troy game. They just I ain't seen nothing that I like about them. They let Troy just bully them around the first half. Troy just bullied them around. And they wait to the third quarter like want to come alive. You can't do that this early in the season like that because you get behind, you out of there.
That's true. You definitely want to get behind with Georgia Tech because them motherfuckers run the hell out of that ball. But
They
the
will run
the
it.
thing
That's
is,
how they gonna do.
huh?
I said that's what Georgia Tech is known for doing, running the ball down
Yeah,
your throat.
run the ball. So we definitely don't want to get behind them. But that's and the crazy thing is that's why I feel like Georgia Tech gonna lose this game because they're literally trying to run into the best defensive line besides Texas. Clemson probably got the second best defensive line in the country.
Yeah, I agree. They
And
got they D-line you. They keep NFL D-lineman every year.
yeah,
I got
and I don't see them. I mean, of course, are they gonna run the ball? Of course. You know, they don't have design runs with that quarterback. But ultimately, I feel like that defensive line gonna pull through, and I feel like Georgia Tech gonna get some couple points. It's gonna be close, but I think toward the fourth quarter, that's when you're gonna see Clemson kind of step on their neck. They ain't got no running game. They need to figure some shit out with that. That running game is trash, which is the reason why it's making a lot of defenses like, okay, they can't run the ball, so we're gonna have a couple. They don't have to, you know what I'm saying, pull the safety down and try to stop the run. So they got extra defenders in the secondary to, I guess, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Play against Clemson's best wide receiver corp. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like Clemson really going. I don't know. I just got a feeling. I mean, trust me. I'll take that spread if I was y'all. They're gonna cover by double digits at that.
not as LSU and Louisiana Tech. I was surprised that they struggled with Louisiana Tech. But and like you say, LSU got one of the best receiving corps. You got a veteran quarterback returning. You got running back Durham returning. Like that was to me probably the biggest struggle. I'm not surprised Clemson struggled, but that struggling against Louisiana Tech is kind of sad. But I guess they say a win is a win. So,
That's true. You got to think they probably was looking ahead in next week. Georgia, they slept, walked through Austin Peay, and then LSU. Both of them was looking ahead. They got major games this week, so that's probably what it is. You could take that into consideration.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah, because you don't want to expose what you got before you play a big game.
I was just going to say that a lot of them coaches probably felt like we can be a little vanilla. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? We ain't going to show no extra wrinkles until next week, and let's just get out of here with a W. Could be that too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
You had South Carolina State kind of stuck in there with South Carolina for a little while, and then South Carolina ended up putting away 38-10. Now, me and Dennis talked about this game last week, Duke and Illinois. Now, I am surprised that Illinois blew them out the way they did, but I did say Illinois was going to win. But Illinois beat Duke 45-19. What's your thoughts on that?
I'll let somebody else go first. I got a couple thoughts on that game.
Don, you want to go?
No, we talked last week on that game. We both agree with Illinois on that game right there.
Right.
A lot of people sleep, but Duke defensive line is serious. Stop playing with Duke defensive line, bro. Don't force me.
Please elaborate.
What? I can't think of the number, but one of the damn defensive line. I think the defensive end. The nigga had 3 sacks in the first quarter.
Oh,
just him by himself.
Now you know since what's my boy name, man? I'm about to lose it. Miami coach. That's that.
Shit. Manny Diaz.
Now you know Manny Diaz gonna keep a defense.
Yeah,
I'm really disappointed, and I'm really shocked and surprised that the offense is not better. And I watched the game, and I don't think what's his name, Messiah, Messinawa.
I know you're talking about.
He didn't show me he was worth $4 million.
Damn, that's how much they paid him in NIL.
Yeah, he got the highest NIL out of quarterback.
That's crazy, boy. They've been duped. That's crazy. They've been duped. That's crazy. God damn, nigga.
He did what he could though.
Right now, he did.
He was 20. He had 334 yards, 2 touchdowns, interceptions. It's the running game. They ain't have no run game.
That's true too.
You got to be able to run that ball. You got to have a balanced attack. And if you just a one-dimensional team throwing the ball, then you say they're gonna drop back and wait on you to throw the ball because you can't run.
Who call plays? Does Manny Diaz have an OC or he calling plays?
No, he got an OC.
Yeah, okay.
You know, he a defensive coach. And
that's what I was thinking. Okay.
If I ain't mistaken.
Okay. All right.
Dennis, since you say that, he actually now early in the game, I started watching it. I forgot what came on and made me switch, but early in the game, he was missing a lot of throws, he was missing reads, but he actually outplayed Luke Altmaier. Luke Altmaier went 22 out of 31 for 296 and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
When that line got itself together, because that's one of the better offensive lines in the Big Ten. I don't know if they had max protection when he was throwing the ball because the receivers was getting open. The receivers was making, especially the little Spanish white boy in the slot. Boy, he stuck it. You know what I'm talking about? He really put that pressure on Duke. But they probably went max protection, or they probably kept the running back in because, like I said, that one defense end, he was wrecking the offense. They couldn't get Altmaier couldn't throw the ball. He's had time. But they made some adjustments and they started pass protecting better and they blew that shit open.
Man, and neither one of them could run the ball because Illinois' best running back was 17 carries, 48 yards, and the other running back was 6 carries for 44 yards. So neither team. Duke was non-existent, 6 carries for 30 yards, and Nate Shepard had 5 carries for 24 yards.
Yeah, they ain't have 100 yards rushing all together.
Right.
But you know that offense gonna go through Altmaier from the jump. Altmaier probably hands down this year is probably the second best quarterback in the Big Ten behind the quarterback from Penn State. That offense gonna run through him. That offense gonna run through him 100%. This ain't Brett Bielema from Wisconsin. They throwing the shit out that ball.
Nah, he been dialing that shit up. Now I ain't gonna lie. Last year they had a running back. I think their running back went to the league. I think they had a good running back last year. They had a balanced attack.
That's why they're gonna end up throwing the ball because they got that big slow dude. Like I think they just use him for they just use him to keep the offense honest, keep the defense honest. But they really trying to throw that ball. They ain't trying to run like that. I mean, if Buddy breaks something, okay, cool, because they got a good offensive line. But they ain't really this ain't no Wisconsin. They throwing the Altmaier is that motherfucker can throw that ball.
Nah, I like it.
Yeah.
All right, next game you had this game. I'm upset because this was the last game on my parlay, and all Arizona State had to do was win the game, and they killed my whole ticket. Arizona State, Mississippi State. Mississippi State jumped out on them early, and then Arizona State fought back in and ended up losing 24-20. Thoughts on that game?
Now hey, I followed you on that game last week. I followed you on that one.
So so thing is, I was gonna put that on my ticket too. I was gonna take Arizona State. I did my homework last year. If you think about Arizona State offense, right? They quarterback Cam Scatterboo, which ain't there no more, and Tyson. They ain't got no running game. They ain't really got no receivers. Who gonna score now? Besides Tyson, you know what I'm saying? They take him away. Who else gonna do something for Arizona State?
I should have did my home.
I watched Mississippi State the first game of the season. They didn't play nobody like, you know what I'm saying, worth bragging about. But I watched them and they was putting up points back to back. So I say, you know what? I don't really know much about Arizona State. They ain't got Cam Scatterboo. I'm gonna just sit this game out. And lo and behold, I watched it, but I was right. I did my homework. Mississippi State, they're gonna be the Auburn of last year. They're gonna lose a lot of games by 1 score or less. Watch what I tell you.
I believe that.
Watch what I tell you. I stick with.
What pissed me off about Arizona State, you get the ball, you first and goal from the fucking 2-yard line. All you got to do is get in the end zone, and they pulled they coach put a Billy Napier, and he just was okay with just falling down at the 1 yard, and they didn't even try to score. You kick a field goal, and then your defense give up a bomb with 30 seconds left. And then you play man coverage. You playing man coverage with the game on the line. I just didn't understand that end of the game debacle. Obviously, because I had bet on it, but I just didn't understand, like, how do you get down to the first and goal on the one and don't score? Like, you ain't trying to score. They ain't trying to do no bootleg. You ain't trying to do no jump ball. You ain't trying to do nothing. You just was cool with settling for a field goal, and it beat you in your ass.
A lot of coaches get paid all these $1 million and don't know game management.
Man,
This should be blowing me too.
And what you call it? Actually, I want to say Blake Sharpen. I want to say he outplayed Levitt too. They didn't look good. The Arizona State didn't look good at all.
Y'all know who Shaping is? He a transfer from Baylor. He was throwing the shit out that ball at Baylor.
Oh yeah, bro. So Sam Levitt went 10 for 22, 82 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks.
Yep.
They got one person to throw the ball to. That's it. Nobody else.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to see why they ran him back.
Right. Why they even consider them to my repeating to win the Big 12? That's their boy trash. Now that Tyson dude had 6 catches for 68 yards and a touchdown. The next person with the most catches was the running back. The running back had 3 catches for 10 yards out the backfield. And Cameron Harpoon had 1 catch for 4 yards. Now they did run the ball good. Malik Brown 18 carries, 110, and Udo had 23 carries for 105 and a touchdown. But that was it.
Their whole offense last year was 3 people: Cam Scatterboo, Tyson, and the quarterback Sam Levitt. Whenever he was a dual threat, so he was running, and you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And when you got not necessarily when you got to worry about the quarterback running and throwing, then you got a motherfucking beast at running back, and you got a first round wide receiver. Whenever he decided to go pro, that alone can fuck up some defense. It didn't open it up for the tight ends and maybe a second or a third string wide receiver that really ain't nobody, but he on a scholarship so he can catch the ball. So and then you got I wouldn't say a genius, but a pretty decent offensive minded coach. And old boy, the head coach, he called the plays and he can really call some plays. You can mix and match some things, but when you lose 50% of your offense in Cam Scatterboo, that's gonna hurt, bro. And then they put a safety over top over your number 1 receiver. Who the fuck you gonna throw the ball to? Nobody is proven on that wide receiver court except for Tyson.
Yeah, I should have called you before I made that damn bet.
Yeah, you
know how much I hit for on the first week of college football?
How much?
16,000. No cap.
16,000. You a fucking lie.
I need your pick.
Do you want me to send you the ticket?
Yeah, I need your pick.
I wish I could screen record this shit.
You ain't gotta send it right now, bro. You can send it later.
I need your pick. Hey, I need your pick this week, man.
Right.
No, hey, listen, hold on. How I get back to this shit?
This week.
Listen, no doubt. I would have hit for another 10 if it weren't for your punk ass Gators.
Hey, listen. I just want to ask you. I got 2 questions. I know I missed it. I got 2 questions. The recap of the Florida South Florida game. That's my first.
We ain't got that yet.
Oh, you haven't? Good. No. And my second question is Florida State for real?
Hell yeah! You see the fucking shirt?
I don't want to hear from a fan perspective. I'm being real. It's Florida State for real.
It's actually you segue. Florida is next, and then Florida State follow them. So you right on cue.
Okay, right on cue then. Well, let's keep it rolling.
Go ahead, Dupree. Lead it off. Lead it off so I can go off.
Since we own that, I think I don't even want to say the biggest upset because South Florida blew out Boise State week 1, so everybody thought they was a good football team. They beat Florida 18-16. Now, I'm a Gator fan. Everybody know that. I'm gonna be completely honest. South Florida is not a good football team at all.
They not.
Gators are just way worse. And not the Gators. I'm sorry. The players. The Florida has players. They have the talent. The Florida Gators coaching staff, our head coach, is so much worse that he was able to coach his team to an L. And I haven't seen that in the history of football, but I've seen it for 4 years with Billy Napier. He is coaching his team to lose, and it's diabolical. DJ Ladway looks rusty. He looks uncertain. He looks uneasy. He didn't practice all spring. He didn't practice all fall, and it's showing in the games. He missing reads. He making the wrong pre-snap read. He not throwing the ball to wide open receivers. I could go on and on. I just don't understand it. I've been saying this, and Gator fans have been calling me not a real fan because I've been calling it out.
Me too.
But that high school ass John Madden ass offense that my coach think he gonna run in the SEC ain't worked in 4 years. He actually got fired 14 years ago as Clemson offensive coordinator when he was running that same Florida Dean ass offense. So Florida got the talent. He ain't got no excuses now. He can't blame Dan Mullen no more. He can't blame taking over a broken program. You got 4 stars and 5 stars on your offense. You got a running back stable. You got a good quarterback. Ain't no excuses. Billy Napier shit at the bed, and that's all I got with that.
I'm gonna tell you back off that we kind of got the same views. I feel the same way. Ladway looked at Russell here like he didn't practice at all. Point blank period. The play calling sucks. You got all them athletes, but ain't utilizing nobody. I hate the nonchalant shit with Billy Napier. He just nonchalant like every goddamn guy. Have all those opportunities like that and still losing game by a couple points. I agree with that shot was not really that good. I don't know what's going on, but it just look bad, bro. Like they hype me up every year. But to be real with you, I don't want to say I threw in the towel early, but the first game, even though we played nobody, I was already throwing in the towel because 55 zip to me on that team wasn't good enough. And Ladway ain't even play good at all. The backup played, so they played way better than Ladway. They had similar stats or whatever. So the first game, I was already kind of like, oh shit, I really don't think it is what it is. Then the South Florida game, in the swamp now, you can do in the swamp, going forward on 4-1, whatever the case may be. It's no respect. No one's scared of that team, bro. And I just think he's gonna get. How do you bounce back off of losing a team like this and then your next 3 games? How do you bounce back? Ain't no
You
bouncing
know,
back. That shit, exactly, it's over, bro. Ain't no bouncing back.
I
It
told
was, it
Dennis,
was
I told Dennis last week, and he was like, he liked us to cover, and he liked us to beat South Florida. I said, I didn't believe it. I don't believe in Billy Napier. I don't believe in his play call. I don't believe in his decision making.
I
I don't
thought we
believe
was
in
gonna
anything.
win. That's what kept my ticket. I thought we was gonna win, but I didn't take the spread. That them and Penn State kept my ticket, but yeah, Florida kept my ticket all day.
Hey, Dupree, check your text messages.
You had Jordan Ball. You had Jordan Ball go for 18 carries, 93 yards, no touchdown. DJ Ladway 23 out of 33, 222, a touchdown in the pick. Now, you got Byron Brown. I don't want to take no credit for him, but to me, he's not a passing quarterback. But he
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Yo,
not.
he went 23 out of 36, 263 yards in that one fluke ass touchdown when I don't know what the hell our defensive coordinator was. So they've been running the spread all game. And for some reason, we're on the far side of the field, and our defensive coordinator thought it was a great job to try to sub. So you
Yeah,
got players running off the field. South Florida hyped the ball really to get an offsides and a free play.
yeah,
This
free
man
play
just lobbed the ball up down the field. The safety in the corner run into each other, and they
and
score a
free
touchdown.
play.
I'm just like, this shit don't get no crazy.
Everything kept worse and worse, bro.
The quarterback led them in rushing with 17 carries and 66 yards. Our best receiver was Trey Wilson at 7 catches, 60 yards and a touchdown. Brunner Brown had 5 catches, 56 yards. Their best receiver only had 2 passes, which was the 66-yard touchdown. He had 2 catches for 75 yards and a touchdown. So they, like I was trying to explain to people earlier, with that these people that think that they're going to beat Miami, we're going to dive into that when we recap that game next. But Florida played like shit. They played unmotivated. They played unserious about football. They was not disciplined. They didn't look prepared. It was just a bad debacle. I'm gonna let AC and Dennis jump in here, but it was bad.
You want to go first, Dennis?
you go ahead.
Okay. South Florida is not a good team at all. Let me just say this: like they whole. Granted, I mean, it's some offenses are like this. They whole offense run through their quarterback. The nigga can't throw. He got arm talent as far as like he can throw the ball like anybody can, but his accuracy is pathetic. Florida absolutely gave that game away.
Yeah.
Granted, South Florida, they're a decent team. They got a good defense, so I'm not gonna take away. Definitely not gonna take away from them. They definitely can. They just hung around, and y'all allowed them motherfuckers to win. Like y'all got inside the 30-yard line like 4 or 5 times and came away with 3 field goals, 4 field goals, some shit like that. Like, and that's 100% the play calling. One, y'all should have never got away from the run. Y'all was pounding down their throat. Y'all should have ran the ball and set up the play action. You never did that. His play calling was horrendous. He'll come out on first down and run and throw the ball 3 straight times. and you know what I'm saying? It was no rhythm to the offense
Definitely.
at all.
That's him.
Like, come the fuck on. Oh boy, I can't, I don't know y'all Gators like that because I don't watch y'all son of a bitches. But Buddy was running down the throat.
Jaden Ball.
Yeah, he was running. I mean, bro, he was averaging like 4-5 yards a carry. Like, that was a recipe right there. Run, set up the pass, play action, set up CJ Wilson, the most dynamic receiver, I think, in SEC. The nigga bad. When I see him his freshman season, I was like, Kenny, my brother, I was like, Kenny, boy, I like that motherfucker. I hope he transferred to Florida State. That nigga explosive. Y'all ain't even using him right.
No.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, if Billy Napier do not give up the play calling like Norvell did, he is not gonna survive another year. He has no
Another year.
fucking.
That boy ain't making it past the next 2 games. It's over with. It's over with for him. I need LSU to take care of business, and I need Miami to take care of business. I need that boy out of my facility ASAP.
Florida gonna win one of them games. Mark, I don't know which one.
That's what's pissing me off because we're gonna fuck around and I think we're gonna lose the LSU. I think we're gonna lose the LSU and they're gonna fuck around and beat Miami because
y'all gonna win one of them games. I guarantee you that. Because y'all got a team, and it just might be one of them games where Billy Napier can get in his bag and just get in the rhythm, calling plays, and then it might be against Miami because you know Miami they always have a bad defense. Like, you can't really say shit about, okay, they played Notre Dame. Yeah, they did a good job against Notre Dame, but that was CJ Carr's first ever start. And let's be for real, when he got in the rhythm in that 4th quarter, they started putting up points. Like, am I lying?
No,
so,
they did.
So they played against a dude that ain't never. I think CJ Carr was at 2 different schools before he settled in at Notre Dame. Granted, he was a high profile quarterback coming out of high school, but he never got on the field. He never had any real game experience, and it took him a minute to adjust. But when he caught fire, he caught fire. Wait till Miami play a really good offense. That defense gonna rear its ugly head. They're gonna give up by 40, 50 points, like they always do. Y'all can definitely beat Miami, but I digress. I ain't gonna talk about Miami.
I'm gonna give her 2 takeaways from that game down the stretch that I don't like what Florida did. First, when y'all got the ball back, why is Billy throwing the ball instead of running the ball? Why is he throwing the ball? Run the ball, run the clock out. And then the last one is your D lineman that pulled a Marco. Why spit in the man's face? The referee right there. Hold your composure. The game on the line. That gave them more life right there.
They had 2 critical penalties on that drive. The spit, and it was a pass interference or something?
Pass interference.
Yeah, in 2 plays, they got 30 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that alone put them in field goal range.
Nah, then they got the little bubble screen to the running back.
Yeah, bubble screen. Yeah, but that was after the spit. That was after the spit.
Right.
But it's 30 yards of penalty play. Like, y'all, and that's why I told you, UF gave them the game. Y'all still done enough to win the game. But y'all, I guess, undisciplined. I don't know what you want to call it, but that shit crazy. I don't want to talk too bad about your team, Dupree. I don't want to beat you when you're down, man.
I've been dogging them since when they've been there. People call me, and I ain't no real fan. I don't got no faith in my team. I'm like, I can have faith in my team without being fucking delusional. You know what I'm saying? They ain't giving me a reason to go out here and put my chest out and say we're gonna win Saturday. I'm saying every game, wait and see. Hey man, I don't know.
You look like trash for 2 games. So what you mean?
I told everybody after the LIU game that I told Dennis on the show last week when I talked about it, I said the LIU won the line of scrimmage when we played them. DJ Ladway was missing receivers when we played them. And the only reason why we beat LIU is because they just wasn't good enough. If they would have played anybody else,
hey Dupree,
lost the first game.
Dupree, I want to say this last statement, and I might get a lot of grief on this from a lot of Florida Gator fans, but anybody outside of that's a Florida Gator fan, they probably see what I see. DJ Ladway ain't it, bro. He overhyped like a motherfucker, bro. He is accurate as hell. He missed a lot of passes.
I'm gonna disagree. He played when he was last year when he was in rhythm. He played better. I believe the coach first problem was you thought that I don't know if you think this is the NFL or not, but to sit down your quarterback the entire offseason, his last game was the bowl game.
Yes, that's it.
But he
And
had a
that's how
major
he
injury
looked
though,
it.
right?
That's how he looked it.
So he had an injury coming out of high school that for some reason him and his family and the Florida Gators decided not to have surgery on. He got to have surgery on his shoulder eventually.
So he hadn't had surgery at all since he been there.
That's why they thought rest was going to help him get through the year.
Well,
So
he should have did that and redshirted, medically redshirted.
It's bad management on. If you know he came in the first year, he wasn't going to play anyway. Had a surgery, red shirt, and he also been dealing with a hamstring since high school too.
Well, y'all made Briscoe really.
He been doing a lot, man. That's an excellent point, man.
With all that being said, right? Understanding that your quarterback has not played a practice all, no live action. You got your backup ready. Backup looked better than your starter in game one. Tremel Jones came in, looked more poised, he looked more fluid, he looked more effective than DJ. So as a coach, I'm saying going into the South Florida game, I'm playing both of y'all just because one, I need to keep my backup ready just in case something happened down the road, knowing DJ ain't already healthy. That's number one. Number two, so I'm telling both of y'all gonna play before the week. I'm saying both of y'all playing this week. That's number one. Number two, if I didn't say that, I'm saying after a few drives of seeing DJ look confused and unsure and not throwing the ball to wide receivers, I'm putting in the backup quarterback for at least 1 or 2 series. One or 2 series. Hold on, let me finish it. So I'm saying sit him down 1 or 2 series, right? And say, hey, DJ, settle down. I ain't taking you out because you benched. I'm taking you out and let you see, you know what I'm saying? Let you see the game from the sideline because I guarantee you, if you put Tremel in there, Tremel going to make them throw. He's in a better rhythm. He's been practicing. He's been throwing. He's been getting more reps than the DJ. He showed it in the first game. So why not let him get out there for a couple of series in the game? But my coach, again, is an idiot, and he going to die on the hill of him calling plays and doing shit his way.
Can I make a point real quick?
Go ahead.
So let's say Billy Napier said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna let both of y'all play. He probably did. Y'all just never ran away with the game, which kind of affected that. But let's say, regardless, he had. Let's say he wanted to play both people, right? DJ came out, he struggled or whatever. He wasn't at the best, and then they put the second string in just to see what he can do, and he lighted the shit up. I got 2 questions. It's the point I'm trying to make. Okay, so let's say the second string lighted up. Would you keep him in the game?
Yes.
No.
Okay. So then the second question. So let's say he lighted up and then he really just boom, 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 right? I don't know. Y'all play LSU next. Who do you start?
DJ,
yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. I get that. I was hoping you was gonna say the other dude, but regardless of what, why would you put old boy in the game and he does way better, and then you sit him on the bench any fucking way? Why? What's the point for that?
Look what we said. The whole point of that for him to see it from the other side because his ass is rusty. So if he keep playing and not seeing from the other side, he ain't gonna never see shit. That's
okay, but that's the point. Y'all should have saw enough to where, okay, you know what, DJ, this motherfucker, he's just in a rhythm right now.
They're not making no excuse.
Yeah, I don't understand it. That's stupid.
Not making no excuse. DJ has not been playing. So he's the starter. So you can't. We ain't gonna pull him and let somebody start over him because he's rusty. We're gonna give him another side. We can see what's going on. Now that don't work. You still looking like butt cheeks. And okay, well, you know what? Maybe we got to move on. But
and ultimately, this is what I was trying to prove. This is where the problem is going to come into play. NIL is not going to allow DJ to be a backup no fucking where. That nigga would not be on the University of Florida sideline if you bench that nigga. Period. Somebody gonna come in and they're gonna pay his ass off. So Billy is at a crossroads. Let's say the second string is the guy. His ego ain't gonna allow him to put the second string in because he don't want to lose DJ. Possibly to an SEC team.
I'm gonna touch on 2 points you just made. One, if he doesn't win games, I don't give a fuck who the quarterback is. You're gonna lose DJ anyway because you won't be coaching him. That's number one.
That's the point.
Let's follow you where you're going. And I'm not saying bench DJ. I'm saying anytime that you have quarterback that's struggling, you put somebody else in just to let his juices settle down, let his juices get the flowing. You can still put DJ back in because you got to think about it. If you let's say you put Tremel in, right? Let's say he get 2 drives and they score on both of the drives, right?
Okay.
the game is in a situation now. You up 3 scores because Florida was already in. You get up 2 scores. You put DJ back in. Let's say you get DJ. You say, okay, we're gonna go back to DJ. DJ get in there. Now the game is kind of changing. So maybe DJ get in there and maybe DJ get in his little rhythm. Maybe you get a little bit, but the game flow is different. You leave DJ in.
Okay, I get you. That might be true. But what is that gonna do for the confidence of the quarterback that came in and saved the fucking game?
Because the quarterback that came in to say the game already understands the business decision by coming to Florida. You ain't playing over DJ Ladway when you signed that you come to Florida. So
well, your coach definitely need to be fired because the best man need to be on the fucking field.
Ain't no. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, you don't make an emotional decision. Now, if you let Tremel play, you should have let Tremel play just to let Tremel play. That's what I was saying. Okay. After you look at both of them on film in the first week, I think Tremel earned the right to get some snaps in the South Florida game, no matter what. Yeah. Now, if that second game was LSU or Miami on the road, then I see you might regressing and saying I ain't gonna put my freshman in that kind of situation. But you at home against an opponent that you should be, that you have more talent in and you're superior over, you should have came in saying the first 2 series DJ, the next series Tremel. It should have been already like a flow in the system of both of them playing in the first place. So it wouldn't have been no issue because Tremel understands he's not going to start this year unless DJ get hurt. Or DJ just completely shit the bed. But the only way you're going to even have Tremel ready later on in the year is he got to get valuable in-game snaps as well. So that's why I say the South Florida was a game for you to get Tremel a little bit more reps and have him ready in case you need him against the LSU or Miami. But now, if you need Tremel against LSU, you can ask your freshman that only got a half a game against LIU beat LSU on the road. So no, you needed them valuable snaps against South Florida. Yeah, and then you can use both of them down the stretch, just like you used Mertz and DJ last year. That's what I thought he was going to do.
Hey, what's that sound?
I think that's Dennis.
That's me again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
No, not to stay on the Gators too long, but yeah, Florida is in a pickle. I've read some reports that the Gators boosters have the buyout ready, and they just gonna let the rest of the month play out. So more than likely, if Florida loses both or 1 or 2 of the next, I don't think he's gonna make it out of the Miami game. But if he does, I'll be surprised. But the Gators have LSU this week, Miami the next week, and then they got a bye week, and then we got Texas. Damn. I need him off my roster by Texas game.
If y'all fire him, y'all whole season ago, y'all gonna lose a lot of tremendous momentum on the recruiting trail.
4 or 5 years. If we fire him, even though I want to fire, it's gonna set us back 3 to 4 years off rip, and we know this.
If y'all throw away, unless y'all hire a hell of a coach to replace him, I see a lot of people going to the transfer portal.
Ain't nobody out there.
I see a lot of people. Shit, who the fuck wouldn't want to come coach at the Swamp if you're a college football coach? Motherfuckers finna leave their programs to come coach at Florida. That is a premier SEC program.
Out there right now, who you think can come over there and change that thing around within that? Because I'm saying you already know how it goes when you change coaches. You're gonna get sent back. It ain't nobody that's gonna come over there right now change things around less than a year.
You lying to hell. Do you not understand? Florida is a premier program. Coaches will leave.
We ain't talking about the program. They did what he did. We're not talking about the program. We're talking about the coach now. So you would kick out the program stuff all you want. I'm talking about the coach. Who's gonna come over there with less than a year and get 10 wins in that program?
I'm not talking about changing the program. I'm talking about they can't hire a coach to come in and change the program.
I'm with that. What I'm telling you is it's going to set us back 3 or 4 years.
Absolutely, for sure. Y'all going to lose a lot of people to transfer portal recruits.
Yes.
What I'm saying is y'all can get a top-of-the-line coach.
Oh, totally agree. Yeah. I don't got time to go through the whole spill again, and that's going to happen.
I know 2 coaches. I know 2 coaches that right now would keep your roster together, add some players, and hit the ground running off the rip.
Go ahead.
Right now.
One I'm on
right now.
Lane Kiffin and Deion Sanders. They're the only 2.
Deion, that shit shouldn't even came out your mouth. He would never come to Florida.
don't know.
You said you said what
I don't
coaches
know.
you said what coaches are out there that could come in right now. I'm saying don't lose
Yeah,
no players.
okay. And honestly, I wouldn't even say Deion, because that nigga been bull fucking shitting since he got to Colorado.
It don't matter. You were talking about Deion Primetime Sanders who crewed his ass off in the state of Florida. Man, you crazy. Niggas would be lining up to go there.
It'd be different. Yeah.
Okay, we ain't
that's
talking about wishful thinking. We talking about coaches, legitimate candidates. Deion ain't coming to Florida.
Lane Kiffin was my number one candidate last year.
Absolutely, I agree with that. That's a matter of fact.
That's the only how that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I'm trying to think but if I'm not mistaken, a couple of times I think Lane Kiffin position like he was the talk of lead. It must be the schools or whatever, but I think he would leave Ole Miss for
And
definitely
people say they're
Florida.
gonna leave Ole Miss, but I say he will because his number one opportunity to win a national championship at Ole Miss was last year, and he didn't do it. He ain't getting that kind of talent. He ain't getting that kind of team again. It's over with. He won't get the amount of 4 and 5 stars year in year out in Ole Miss to beat a national championship. He go to Florida with that offense.
Yeah. Hey, go get Jimbo Fisher. He up. He need a job.
Jimbo
I wouldn't argue with Jimbo Fisher. Listen. I wouldn't even argue with bringing Will Muschamp back.
You lost your fucking mind.
Nah, I like Muschamp.
Will Muschamp on the problem was he wasn't hire offensive coordinator. I mean, he missed on all his offensive coordinator hires. I mean,
but that dude was lit.
You know who y'all could come get? Our OC.
I like this.
See, this is my thing with coaches. See, I don't think Gus Malzahn is a head coach.
Yeah.
Oh, he definitely OC for sure.
He's right where he's supposed to be. A lot of these coaches like Brent Venables, I love Brent Venables to death, and I think Oklahoma gonna have better success this year. I know when you talk about Oklahoma, but I don't want to try to get off track, but them coordinators that be really good ass coordinators and go try to be head coaches. I was telling the dude earlier today, we was arguing back and forth about Napier. He wanted to bring up that Napier was on Alabama staff and all that. I'm like, bro, he was on Alabama staff as a fucking wide receiver coach. He didn't do shit but recruit and coach receivers. That bitch ain't called no plays or none of that. So you take a guy that say, oh, he was a good coordinator, and now you got to run the whole entire program. The special teams your problem, the players your problem on and off the field. You got to worry about what offense doing, defense doing. So I think Gus Malzahn is right where he need to be. He need to stay as an OC and get paid like a head coach. Because I believe he'll be able, as long as Florida State continues to progress, he will be able to command Chip Kelly type money as an OC. You know, Chip Kelly was getting like what, $2 million for Ohio State last year, $1 to $2 million. So he'll be able to get that kind of money and don't have to be a head coach. So I think he would take it if Florida called him.
Hey, Antonio Ivan just said John Gruden is a candidate. You believe that?
Yeah, they say he the leading candidate. I haven't seen that. I was pulling up Twitter now to try to see if I seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
And Bradshaw, I see that comment, boy. Listen, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You better ask Dupree. Did you open that text message, Dupree?
Yeah, he legit. Cuz they say he hit. I need to borrow some money though. All right, I don't want to hold up too much time. We ain't even halfway through. Florida State. I don't even care about the opponent, right? We're not even going. I don't even care who they played. Florida State 77-3. They completely dominated, which is supposed to do against a team that have no business being on the field with you, and the team that you paying millions of dollars to come get their ass kicked. So let's eliminate all the who played who. It doesn't matter. Florida State looks really dominant. They look crisp. They look together. They look fundamentally sound. They look disciplined. The play calling for Gus Malzahn is out of this world. The defense is playing like Mickey Andrews back there calling that thing again. I don't know. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I was sold week one because this is how I look at a football team. How you playing? Are you having fun? Is everything happening functionally, right? Ain't no confusion.
No injuries.
No injury. I'm just saying, like when you look at the offense, is everything flowing? Like right now, Florida State is playing as the highest. Florida State is playing better than anybody in the country.
Can I say this? I got a concern about my team, and it was my concern when we played against Alabama. But we didn't need to because Alabama couldn't stop the run. But what's gonna happen when they load the box and stop us run? We had a couple bombs, but I really want to see the passing game. I really want to see the passing game. I really don't know what our receiver Deuce Robinson. Yeah, he had a couple bombs, but he was playing against a corner fucking 5 inches shorter than him. We haven't really thrown the ball yet. So what's gonna happen when they load the box and said, all right, we know you can run quarterback, but let me see you beat us with the arm. I want to see what we can do. And we haven't shown that yet. I want to know if we can really pass. I want to see, since everybody say, oh, he ain't going to the NFL as a quarterback, prove the motherfuckers wrong. Put up 400 yards in the air. Let that man throw the fucking ball. I want to see what the receivers can do. I know we can run the ball. We already proved that. What's gonna happen when we got to manage the drop? Let's say we losing to Clemson and we got 45 seconds of scope with no timeouts. We can't run the fucking ball. We gotta throw. Let me see that nigga air the ball out, bro. That's my only concern.
I really think they holding that back right now. They don't want to show them the positive schedule. So
if I was scoring right, I'd be pissed. Nigga, I'm trying to go to the league.
I don't think they're holding it back. He just really not that type of quarterback. Like, if you watched any of Boston College game last year, and I was at the Florida State and Boston College game last year, Florida State lost that game. He didn't win that game. I mean, I don't want to discredit him. I know he got way better talent now. But you put him in that box, he really can't throw that ball like that. Like I said, he with Florida State now. Maybe it's going to change. He's got better athletes around him. I don't know. But I don't watch them when teams did that. It's the same out. Go watch all the game Boston College. It's the same outcome. When you put 8 in that box, have 9 coming down, he got to throw it. He's stuck. He's confused. He's dancing the park. He's taking a sack. He's holding the ball. So I got to say, he got better talent. Maybe that'll change now, but that's what I want to see. Like, I'm sold, but I ain't really sold on because that particular reason right there.
Dennis, what you were saying?
No, I would say I think they just holding back right now because they're doing what's working right now. I think he can pass. You know what I'm saying? I think he because he a good scrambler and everything, and that's gonna bring teams up because they don't know if he's gonna take a run out that pocket or if he's gonna stand there throwing. So my thing, I think they just holding back because they playing like they play East Tennessee. We got a bye week. Kent State, we probably gonna do the same thing. You might see him throw a lot against Virginia. That's what you probably gonna see him throw, and then that Miami game coming to town.
You think
Miami gonna look back? Miami gonna start the box. Ruben Bang gonna be all in the backfield back there. That's where you gonna have to really be a man down there. That Miami game.
You think they was holding back? You think they intentionally didn't? Somebody made a comment. Somebody made a comment a couple weeks ago about FSU offense. Against Alabama, which I didn't think was kind of valid because this is Alabama. You got to throw everything, hit, sink the briefcase, the office chairs, everything at them motherfuckers to win that. But they really didn't throw the ball. They threw the ball when they had to, and they didn't throw the ball today. But a lot of people say it's Gus holding his offense back completely. Like he hadn't opened up the whole offense because I guess he's trying to save it for who else? I mean, I don't understand it. Like you need experience. So why you think Gus Malzahn is holding back on his offense? I know he held back against excuse me, the team we just played because all they did was either throw bombs or just run the ball. So I know he held back, but when we play against Virginia ain't no slouch. The Cavaliers ain't bullshitting. Yeah, when we get in the ACC play, man, the ACC wide open, man. Like for real. Wake Forest ain't no slouch. Virginia ain't no slouch. Virginia Tech lost 2 games, but they lost 2 games against 2 really good SEC opponents. So we're gonna have to throw the ball. But other than that, I don't have no questions about Florida State. This is a different team. 2024 didn't happen in my eyes.
No. At all.
Let's see what happened, man. We all watched it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna add to that. Yeah, I don't think I would question is the pass game, like you say, 8 in the box, 9 in the box, 8 in the box with 9 and safety creeping down. Can those receivers win the one-on-one matchups? I also think that like Dennis saying, I kind of agree with Dennis when you saying it's no point in us throwing the ball if the run game working. It's like if I can, it's like a smart coach. It's any smart coach. Like if Billy Napier had an inch of the brain that Gus Malzahn had, Florida would be 2-0 right now. Because why do anything other than what's working? So yeah, you want to see him throw the ball. I think he can throw the ball good enough to keep teams honest. But like you say, you want to see him throw the ball in tight window. You want to see him throw the ball with pressure and people run a different zone coverage and stuff on it, but
Yeah.
I don't think they're doing it, to be honest.
And then on top of that, I want to know we can throw the ball when the defense know we got to throw the ball.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yep.
I want
agree.
to see when it's fucking 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15. I ain't talking about no fucking wide receiver screen or no running back screen or no nigga. I want to see a 7-step drop. Go through your, you know what I'm saying? Go through your coverages.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to see.
Coming up to the pocket, man. That's what I ain't talking about scribbling on the run.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about he can do all of that because he great. That's what he do. I'm talking about that. Send him up to the pocket, the outside contain, you in the hole. That's what I want to see.
That's what I want to see. But other than that, man, the offensive line probably you gotta get them more respect, bro. Probably one of the best top 10 offensive lines in the country. Cause that boy don't even sniff getting touched. Like against Alabama, they didn't even sack him. They sacked him one time, and that's because he ate the ball on the little shovel pass that got blew up. But other than that, they didn't even sniff him. Offensive line legit. I genuinely believe we got some decent receivers. So yeah, I don't have any questions. I just want to know if we can throw the ball when we need to throw the ball. That's it. Other than that, I think Florida State probably if Clemson get their shit together, Florida State the second best team in the ACC. I'm not sold on Miami just yet. I'm not knocking them. I just feel like they got lucky when they played Notre Dame. You play Notre Dame week 7 and week 8, we talking about a different ball game.
I got to disagree with you on Florida State being the number 2 team in the ACC.
Who the number 2 team?
Florida State, the best team in the ACC. Florida State is the best team in the ACC.
Yes.
I said if Clemson play.
Nah.
I don't care. I don't care. Clemson ain't showed me nothing that is on Florida State level.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not arguing with you.
Florida State take all the boxes. They dominated a top 10 team, and they dominated opponents supposed to 77 points. They're supposed to do. They check most of the boxes, bro. So I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Gator, bro, and I'm scared because I'm sold for like a good run type, like championship bound type. They got a lot going on. I feel like outside of football that when I see teams do this, you start to see the magic happen. That boy say, "Well, this quarterback hit one through a brick wall." But that's a different ball game. You feel me? Somebody just got shot and hit. They pay for something that you can't pay for. So it's like when I see Novell pregame speech, but the shit moved me. I'm a Gator fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, it's kind of different this year, and I can see it, bro. And that shit kind of scary being a Gator fan. I can't lie to you.
I don't think Clemson. So I was telling somebody this the other day. This is the only way you're gonna beat Florida State this year. You have to have a very balanced, explosive offense, which means you got to have a great offensive line to open up a hole for the run game. You got to be able to throw the ball at will. If you're an okay passer and got a good running game, or got a good running game and an okay passer, you're not beating them. The defense is too athletic. The defense too fast. So if you can't run the ball and we make you one-dimensional, we just gonna drop everybody in coverage and you can't throw. If you can throw and you can't run the ball, we just gonna cover you with 4 down linemen and drop everybody in zone. Right now, I say if you can't either be a very, very dominant at one and can do the other one effectively, you're not beating Florida State because the defense is flying around the way the scheme is running right now. You can't be able to. You got to be able to do both at a high level.
And this is the crazy thing, Dupree. This is the crazy thing. Our defense coordinator don't even have the right personnel for that defense. Like they don't have a real defensive line to run that 3-4 defense. So you wait until he get the right, you know what I'm saying, a right tackle, you know what I'm saying, or a legitimate pass rusher. Like boy, that defense gonna be a force to be reckoned with, man. But we don't have the personnel for that scheme. It's working because we got athletes. But you wait until we get the right personnel for that defense. He might not be that long. He might be a fucking head coach after a while.
What do you think about the defense? I mean, we kind of talked last week. Then if you see something y'all need to change or work on, you think?
Nah, I see. We following all cylinders. My concern coming into the season with the offensive line. We done fixed that, so I'm sold on it. Remember we talked about that before the season started. We talked about the offensive line. I said we're gonna go far the offensive line can take us. If they gonna start damn blocking everything, nobody getting that backfield, we're gonna have a good season. Yeah. So they did like last year. My whole thing with the offensive line this year. The defense was good last year. They're just on the field too much. They were good.
Yep, real good.
But they 3 and out. They getting tired now. Second half, we wore out now. But now it's different now. Offense, they doing long drives. They blocking and everything. Offense holding up and everything. We good. Defense getting plenty of rest.
I agree. So we all agree Florida State back.
They back.
This year.
Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah.
We're gonna move on to the next game. Oklahoma, Michigan. Me and y'all went here last week, but me and Dennis talked about this. I said that I didn't think a freshman quarterback. Well, let me see the score first. Oklahoma beat Michigan 24-13. I said that I didn't think a freshman quarterback was going to be able to go into Oklahoma and beat Brent Venables. I talked about him being a great defensive coordinator earlier. You ain't being a great defensive-minded coach, being a young, true freshman with your first road game. It was a good game. He had some spurts where he played good. Justin Hayes went off for 125 for Michigan. But John Mateer, I think other than Thomas Castellanos, John Mateer is another top transfer that's going to change the trajectory of that program. He's going to help them have a winning season. I think they're going to be able to compete for the SEC. Although a lot of people ain't giving them credit because they went 5-7 or 6-6 last year. But John Mateer he is the big difference maker. Deion Burke still making plays at receiver. I like him. I think they're going to be able to make a good run this year. I had him on my ticket too. But yeah, Oklahoma flying around. Boy, listen, I can tell you one thing about that game. Both of them teams was laying pads. I don't know if y'all watched the game. But bro, I haven't seen a hard hitting football game from two teams like that in a long time. Both of them was bringing what you want to call it. They were bringing it. They were bringing the phone. Every hit you can hear the pads through the TV. But Oklahoma pulled out a good one. Anybody got thoughts on Oklahoma Michigan game?
I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch the game because I was depressed because Florida had just cost me $8,000. My only takeaway, I seen the highlights when I woke up and seen game day final. The only thing I can say about this game, because I didn't see it, so I don't have any comments on it, but Oklahoma had the best transfer portal quarterback, period. John Mateer probably is the best quarterback overall in college football this year. I'm over Nussmeier, because he's a dual threat, and the motherfucker can spin it. I wanted before we got Thomas Castellano, when John Mateer entered the transfer portal, I had two quarterbacks ahead of Thomas Castellano before they got him. I wanted John Mateer number one because Washington State was whooping ass. They was putting up points when he was at Washington State. I wanted John Mateer first, and then I wanted the quarter Jackson Arnold. I wanted them two first because we had already hired Gus Malzahn. Both of them is probably the two best sides. Oh boy, they the best dual threat quarterbacks. And the only reason I wanted them two first because they just can flat out throw the ball better than Thomas Castellano. Thomas Castellano can run the ball better than them, but John Mateer is literally he can run the ball like he can throw it like any quarterback in the NFL. That's all I gotta say. They got the best quarterback in my opinion in the college football right now. He is going to be in the Heisman Trophy top 5. I guarantee you.
He's number one already.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I do want to add Bryce Underwood, the true freshman, got all that money to go there. He went 30 for 55, 393, 1 touchdown, and he was sacked 3 times. So that's not bad. He was 54.5 completion percentage, your first big road game of your career. He's gonna be real good. Michigan's gonna be really good under his leadership. The cat was making some throws where you like, yeah. And then he also had some moments where he looked like a freshman. Early in the game, he couldn't do nothing. Like they offense couldn't do nothing until Justin Hayes busted a 75-yard run coming out of halftime. Their offense was non-existent, and I think that's what those learning curves of him being young and Oklahoma dialing up those good exotic defenses confuse him at times. But they're gonna be good under him.
I feel like from hearing what you just said, they put too much on him. He threw the ball 50 fucking times. You can't throw your quarterback in the fire like that. Michigan known for running the ball. They should have ran the ball way more.
They couldn't. And Oklahoma had that shit shut down. Like Justin Hayes was shut down until he broke that 75. He broke a 75-yarder the first drive coming out of halftime. Oklahoma was blowing them out at half. And then run kind of put Michigan back in.
Okay, well, they should have ran a lot of quarterback-friendly plays to get him in a groove. You cannot just throw your quarterback in the fire like that. They should have ran a lot of wide
Yeah, I
receiver
think
screens, tight end screens, running back screens, just little hitch routes and stuff like that. I'm sure they like 50 times. That's crazy. God, dog, that's a lot.
I gotta say, boy, Oklahoma defense was on their ass like right on right. They ain't had time. They tried to do some shit. They ain't had time to do shit. A lot of the time when
Okay.
Oklahoma was in the backfield, living in the backfield, I mean, when they tried to do shit, Oklahoma was like flying around to the ball. So they really couldn't. They tried to do different shit as Oklahoma was playing lights out. Speaking of John Mateer, this is why he's the number one in the Heisman. And the man, you speaking of how many times he threw the ball. He threw the ball 71 times.
God, well, I ain't got no problem with that because that's all they did at Washington State, and he's proven. We talking about a true freshman.
He completed 51 passes out of 71 passes for 662 yards. That's a 71.8 completion percentage, and he threw 4 touchdowns. Now he did throw 2 picks, and he was sacked twice. But 662 yards is crazy.
Why?
Yeah,
And they only had 27 points.
That's that line again. I must broke up.
That stat line, Mike. I mean, Dupree. That's an awkward stat line to have that many passes, that many yards, and only score 28 points.
No, hold on, Dupree. Hold on. No. That's for both games.
Oh, why is it on here showing like that? Like it's for that game.
That's for both games.
I was about to fucking say 70. That nigga ain't got no arm for the next game.
He was 21-34. He was 21-34 for 270.
Yeah. I clicked on the wrong shit. My bad. I apologize to the viewers. I'm giving out the
I
wrong
was
stat.
about to say, God damn.
Good call, Dennis.
Yeah, Bryce was 9-24.
Huh?
Yeah,
Bryce was 9-24 for 142.
Yeah, he did trash. Yeah, because I was confused about that too. I was like, hold on.
My bad.
He had a 38% quarterback rate. Bryce Underwood. He did horrible.
He was 9-24. So he ain't do nothing.
270, yeah. And now he did 74 yards on the ground.
I was about to say, nigga, they don't need 12 yards. They have but 27 points. That shit didn't sound right to me. I ain't watched the game. I said, well, that shit. Hey, the math ain't mathing, Dupree. Math ain't mathing, bro. You throw all the yards, get down to the. You had to be in the red zone like 30 times. They scored like for real. Niggas, how many yards? He said 700. That means he went up and down the field 7 times.
I appreciate Dennis. I appreciate Dennis saving me on that one. Dennis and Don, y'all got anything y'all want to say about that game?
Nah, I got no comment. I ain't see the game.
Yeah, for me.
Baylor, SMU. Me and Dennis talked about this game. Knew it was gonna be a shootout. My dumb ass forgot to go take the over. Baylor ended up beating it. You did?
Yeah, I'll tell you how to take it over. I was locked on that one.
Baylor ended up winning 48-45 and 2 OTs. But I told you about Baylor quarterback. That boy threw for another 440. He threw for 440 again.
Hey, this gonna be a hot take. Baylor gonna be in the Big 12 championship.
Bro, listen, I was on Harvard. It's crazy you say that. I was on Harvard earlier, and I swear I was finna bet on them to win the Big 12. I didn't watch.
They gonna be in the Big 12 championship. Mark my words, bro. Cause he probably is the best quarterback in the Big 12.
He's throwing that bitch, boy.
Yeah.
I told Dennis about him last week that I watched the Auburn game because Auburn is my SEC sleeper.
They just couldn't stop Auburn run. That's it. Other than that, they weren't throwing the ball. Baylor got a defense. Yeah. Baylor got a defense, man, and Baylor can score. Like Baylor is going. I don't know. I with all this shakeup, I really don't know who else is in the Big 12, but for sure, Baylor gonna be in the Big 12 championship.
Colorado, Houston,
Iowa
State, Kansas State,
Iowa State. Cause they defense. They defense.
Got who over there?
Cincinnati. Baylor gonna be in the Baylor might win the Big 12 championship.
Well, listen, I was on Harvard earlier, and I was like, boy, I'm finna pick my conference. I was looking at conference sleepers while the thing kind of low,
Yeah.
and they don't know who. They got some good odds on there because they don't know who going. Nobody ain't really running away with none of these conferences right now. And I seen Baylor on there. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you how much they had them for winning. They got Baylor at plus 800 right now.
I would take them odds, bro. I'm telling you, Baylor is legit, bro. Don't let that first game like deter y'all from thinking Baylor this and that, bro. Baylor, they don't have a good defensive line, so they couldn't stop the run.
I told
But
Dennis last week that Baylor, that team, you got Kansas in the Big 12, Kansas,
them
Utah.
niggas trash.
Kansas
Kansas State. Kansas State. I thought Kansas State was gonna be decent. Kansas State is garbage. Complete
UCF,
face
Oklahoma
plant.
State, or Arizona, BYU, Arizona State. Yeah, so yeah, I think Baylor.
BYU. I forgot about them. They're actually pretty good. I just don't know much about their freshman quarterback.
Yeah, I from the eye test, I think Baylor.
Baylor's
Especially
definitely.
if they get a little bit of defense, they need just a little bit of defense.
Yeah.
All right, moving along, you had Iowa State. Iowa State won 16-13. Kentucky, Ole Miss was a close game. Ole Miss ended up putting away 30-23. You had Virginia and North Carolina State was a good game. I watched that to the end because North Carolina State was on my ticket. North Carolina State ended up putting away 35-31.
That was a shootout. Yeah, I remember
that. Georgia Tech did struggle with Gardner Webb early, but it ended up beating them 59-12. Oh, Kansas, Missouri was a good one. Kansas, Missouri was a good back and forth game. Kansas was actually up 21-6, and I cashed out my ticket early because I had Missouri on there, and then Missouri ended up coming back and winning 42-31.
Hey.
Let me see. Jackson State played Southern Miss pretty good, but Southern Miss ended up winning 38-20. FAU, they couldn't hang on with FAU. I'm sorry. FAU, they ended up losing.
That game was over in the first quarter.
14. Yeah, 56-14, but at least they got in the end zone. Bill Belichick bounced back, got his first college win, beat Charlotte 20-3. That was a horrible game. The highest passing quarterback had 155.
Yeah.
Another upset of the week was we just talking about Kansas State. They lost the Army 24-21.
Yeah, Kansas State is fucking pathetic, bro. Like they fucked my ticket up the first game of the goddamn season. I don't even want to talk about them.
Fuck mine up against Iowa State. Fuck mine up.
Blew my motherfucking ticket the first goddamn game. Like everybody else popped. Except for them sorry bitches, bro. I will never go, bro. As long as they got that little curly head, sunshine looking ass boy quarterback, I'll never bet with them again. Never. Number two, that boy, they need to put him at running back. Take his ass from up the center. I'll never bet with them again. They garbage, man.
Vanderbilt, Virginia Tech was a good game at the beginning, but Vanderbilt ended up putting away 44-20.
Man, Virginia Tech was whooping them boys at the beginning. But man, Vanderbilt put it on their ass in the fourth quarter. Them boys put up like 21, 24 points in the fourth quarter. Yep. Vanderbilt beat the shit out of them in the fourth quarter. That game was decided in the fourth quarter, but Virginia Tech was winning because I was gonna put that game on my ticket because Virginia Tech showed a lot of promise against South Carolina, and I didn't know if Vanderbilt was gonna have the same magic they had last year. I'm glad I stayed away from that game because fucking Vanderbilt. They did exactly what they did what they did team last year. They beat you with the run. They force you to bring everybody in the box, and then they go right over top of your head.
I had them on my ticket. I had them on my ticket, and that's the ticket that Arizona State killed.
Oh, you have on your ticket?
No, only lost one. I had Vanderbilt. on that ticket.
Oh, you had Vanderbilt? You took Vanderbilt? Oh, you took South Carolina? I mean, you took Virginia Tech.
I took Vanderbilt.
Okay, my fault. I thought you said Virginia Tech.
Boston. You had Virginia Tech?
No, I ain't touched that game. I ain't touch it.
I ain't touch it either. I wanted to see what Vanderbilt was gonna come with. Because Vanderbilt didn't play in week 1, so I didn't know. I stayed away from it.
Yeah, Boston College. I had this game on my ticket too. Boston College, Michigan State. I had Michigan State. Michigan State won in OT, in a shootout 42-40, double overtime.
Yep.
Let me tell y'all two sleeper teams that ain't nobody giving respect to. Motherfucking UConn. UConn
Yeah,
is
they
a
play
team.
good.
They almost beat Syracuse. Syracuse had scored late touchdown.
Yeah, they play good.
Yeah, and this team gonna win y'all a lot of money if y'all just take my word for it. 'Cause I've been studying them motherfuckers. Ohio Bobcats.
On this weekend.
Them niggas a 31 and a half point underdog. They gonna cover that shit with ease. They got a offense. I promise you. And their defense kind of decent.
You think Ohio State gonna cover it?
Huh?
You think Ohio State gonna cover it?
Bro, Ohio not gonna allow them to cover it. One, Ohio can score. Ohio got probably the best non-quarterback, like the best quarterback that nobody talk about. The nigga rushed for 1,000 yards and threw for like 2,500 yards last year. Navarro or some shit like that. They almost beat Rutgers. They almost beat Rutgers at Rutgers the first game of the season. It was a shootout. Rutgers had scored last second touchdown, and they beat West Virginia last week. Mark my word. I guarantee you, because have me on your show next week, and I guarantee you Ohio State ain't gonna cover them 31.
I'm gonna check my ticket. I don't know if I played on my ticket or not. But
You make me want to watch them play now.
I'm telling you, bro. Ohio they gonna 100% they gonna win the match, and don't be surprised that they, because you know that everybody calling South Florida the team what you call that shit the team that get in that's not in the Power 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't be surprised, Ohio is that team. You know what I'm saying? That come in as a Power 5 underdog. They're gonna run through the MAC when they get in because they got a tough non-conference schedule. Their first 3 games is Power 5 opponents. They lost one barely and beat the other one, and then they play Ohio State. If they have a good showing, those 3 losses, 2 losses, they beat one of them. That don't be on 2 losses. 2 Big Ten teams. One they almost beat. And if they hold, I'm telling you, just mark my words, Ohio is gonna keep it close against Ohio State. I promise you, they're gonna score. I ain't saying they're gonna put up 30-some points, but they're gonna score, and their defense is gonna be decent enough to where if Ohio State blow them out, it's gonna be about 21 points or some shit like that. They ain't gonna beat them by 30. Ohio too good. Ohio, they got a quarterback that run a 4.4 and rushed for 1,000 yards last year. I dare Ohio State to play zone coverage. And just rush with 4. I hope they do that shit. And watch them run through them holes. And they're gonna have to start sending up. They're gonna have to spy that motherfucker. And that's when they got some receivers too. They're gonna start spying the quarterback, and they're gonna bring motherfuckers up to spy, and he's gonna hit their ass over top. That's the lock of the week right now.
I'm gonna have to check them out now that you say that.
I got to watch them.
The last game of the week was UNLV and UCLA. UNLV won another little shootout, 30-23. Nico had a better game than he had the other week, throwing for 255. But I ain't sold on Nico all that money he was asking Tennessee for.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's gonna be the first athlete that get fired or contract null and void. Cause he is not it, bro. He making himself look real bad right now. Motherfuckers gonna start pulling their contracts on that nigga ass. I promise you, bro.
So I ain't gonna hold y'all. I ain't gonna try to hold y'all all night. But week 3 preview. That was week 2. Week 3 preview. Game starting Thursday night. You got North Carolina State, Wake Forest. I'm going North Carolina State.
I got North Carolina State.
I got NC State too.
Friday night, you got Colorado, Houston, Kansas State, Arizona. I'm going Colorado and Arizona. I just don't trust Kansas State.
I don't know much about Arizona. I don't even know what fucking conference they in.
They're in the
Big 12.
Big 12.
No, they're not. No, they not. I think they're like in the Mountain West or some shit. Oh, they're new Pac-12.
Yeah.
I don't know much about them. One of them. Fuck Kansas State. Like I said, as long as number 2 at quarterback, I ain't touching them bitches. So I'm gonna stay away from that ticket because I don't know much about Arizona, so I can't choose Arizona just because So I don't know much about them. I got to keep watching them.
I like the over on the Houston Colorado game.
The who?
The over on the Houston Colorado game. They got it at 44 and a half. I like the over on
Yeah, I
that
love
game.
that. I love that over too.
Over.
Hey, let me ask y'all real quick. I know y'all got to get some rest, but why the fuck did the third string quarterback come in? Why? I never understood that.
Me either.
Colorado?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because
Yeah, so
obviously Caden Salter was the starter. Then you had the 5-star Jillian Lewis or some shit like that. So they got two really good quarterbacks. Why did the third string quarterback have to come in?
He said Deion said he want to get all of them a series, 2 series apiece to see how they do. He said he want to get all of them a chance to see. So now I think he's gonna go the freshman.
Yeah, he going
So the third string quarterback was better than the first two?
Yeah.
Julian Lewis finna transfer. He ain't gonna be there next year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I forgot. I'm sorry. The North Carolina State Wake Forest over under is 52.5, and North Carolina State is favored by 7.5.
The jury out on Wake Forest for me. Did y'all watch Wake Forest the first game of the season?
I ain't seen them play.
Them niggas almost lost to Kennesaw State. I swear to God, they won 10-9 or some dumb shit like that. Huh?
They should have lost. They was 10-9. They should have lost.
Yeah, that shit was a debauchery for offense. They was horrible. Like I was, because they was on my ticket. They was a 17-point favorite. The ticket that I won at 16 on. The ticket that I won at 16 on. They won, but damn, nigga, that shit was horrible, bro. They could not score against Kennesaw State. Like, I just don't know. I don't know about them. I'm gonna go off NC State because NC State had a stronger schedule. And the fact that I seen Wake Forest, they couldn't do nothing against Kennesaw State. Nigga, what? A touchdown on the field. They scored a touchdown the first drive of the game, and then they had to kick a late field goal to win the game. They didn't score no more until the first and last of the game. The first drive and the last drive, they didn't score any more in between that. Do you know how much football that is? That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Fuck them. I don't know. I'm going with NC State because they had a stronger schedule. Wake Forest, garbage, bro.
Now Colorado is the underdog, 5.5 points, but I'm definitely taking that over. And I'm probably gonna I'm thinking about taking Colorado straight up. I think they're gonna beat Houston.
If I was to take them and we betting with I probably alternate the points. I probably give because I didn't the fact they actually starting the third string. I don't know much about him. I would probably take Colorado, but I probably add make them a 7.5 instead of add a couple points, give them 3 points, some shit like that. So
Kansas State, Arizona. Kansas State is favored by 1.5, and the over under is 54.5.
I ain't touching that. I don't know nothing about both of them. I mean, I know about Kansas State. Fuck them. I don't know much about Arizona. Them bitches blew my ticket, bro. Excuse me.
Saturday 12 o'clock games. You got Oregon, Northwestern. You got Clemson, Georgia Tech.
Hey, what's the point spread with the Oregon game against Northwestern? Like 28. I'm taking the 28. I'm taking the 28.
I take that too.
I'm taking that 28. Yeah, I'm taking that 28.
Yeah, Oregon gonna cover.
Matter of fact, what's a smarter bet? Because they may take their foot off the pedal. I take Oregon to cover the 14 the first half.
That's probably 14. Yeah.
14 the first half.
Yeah, I take Oregon to cover the 14 the first half.
They got 14 in the first half. The first half spread.
It's basically half of what the point spread is. So if you take them in the first half, like I take them to cover the 13 and a half.
16.5.
It's 16.5 for the half.
That's first half spread, yeah.
Damn, never mind. Hell no. Hell no. I would because the spread is what 27.
27.5.
Yeah.
I just take them to cover the spread, cover the game.
No, that's good.
You put up 69 points last week.
Right.
Huh? Man, that shit was crazy. Them niggas scored like 30 points in the first quarter.
They got over and under 48 right here. That's crazy.
Look at the drive chart. Them niggas was scoring in like 2 plays.
Who, Oregon?
Yeah, they scored on the first play of the drive. They scored on the first play of the game. And the running back ran up the middle of the field for a touchdown. They went 3 and out, kicked the ball back. and then Oregon scored on the second play of the second drive, and then it was bad. It was over the first 3 minutes of the game. They were down 14 in the first 3 minutes of the game. It was bad. Oklahoma defense is probably last in the FBS. It's bad. They horrible. Nigga, our flag football team can score against them.
It's crazy because Dante Moore only had 266 yards.
Because they took him out the game in the second quarter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had a running game. They had 312 yards on the ground.
Yeah, I see it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rushing touchdowns.
They got
312
some
yards.
receivers. They got some receivers, bro. Oregon is going to win the Big Ten for sure.
You think they're gonna beat Ohio State?
Ohio State not good to me, bro.
I agree.
Ohio State not good to me. Like, if they play a decent defense, like they didn't score a lot against Texas. Like, if they play a decent, bro, they lost their top 2 running backs, their quarterback, I think their number 1 receiver. They lost too much, bro. They lost too much. Ohio State may lose. This gonna be the year. Do Penn State play Ohio State?
Mm-hmm.
This the year that James Franklin gonna get off that hot seat. He's gonna beat Ohio State this year. It's gonna be take the under. It's gonna be like a 17-7 game. Take the under for sure. Because Penn State can't score. But Ohio State not it, bro. They're not it. When they play a defense, if Eli Manning, if Arch Manning, not Arch, whatever that motherfucking name is, if he could have threw better, they would have beat him. They would have beat him.
I totally agree with that.
So Ohio State is not it, bro. They definitely Texas beat themselves. Texas was inside the red zone 4 times and came away with no points. Think about that. On the 1, couldn't score. They got down again when they went for the 4th down and missed the dude in the back end zone on a corner route. Missed that one. That's 14 right there. And then they got like inside of 20 and they went for it again and didn't get. That's 3 times in the red zone. You kick a field goal, all 3 of them possessions, them niggas won.
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas, Ohio State not it. Ohio State they ain't it. So no. Oregon
got Georgia. You got Georgia Tech, Clemson at 12 o'clock. Who y'all got?
Y'all know my team. I spoke on that at the beginning of the game. Take that. I'm taking Clemson to cover that. Clemson by 10 more.
What's the spread? Oh, the spread 3.5.
Clemson by 10 or more.
I agree.
They done dropped to what? They opened at 6.5. They done dropped to 3.5 now.
What's the over? What's the over and under for that game?
54.5.
Just to be honest, I take Clemson to win the game. Like cover the spread.
Yeah, I ain't touching that point. I ain't touching the point part.
Yeah,
I think Clemson definitely cover.
Yeah, for sure. They got too much bad press right now. They gotta turn it around. I think it's gonna be the week.
Ain't really a big game, but you got Oklahoma, Temple. Oh, did y'all pick who y'all got? Dom and Dennis. Who y'all got in that game? Clemson or Georgia Tech?
Clemson.
Oh, I don't know yet. I might stay away from that one. You
got Oklahoma, Temple. They ain't really, Oklahoma. I'm actually gonna put Oklahoma on my ticket to cover 24.5. I'm really sold on John Mateer.
I don't know much about Temple, so I gotta do my research on them before
But they it's 24.5 Oklahoma favorite, and then the over under is 52.5.
Where the game at?
Temple. It's at Temple.
I gotta do my research on Temple before I give an answer on that.
Who you going with, Don?
I said Oklahoma for point.
What you going, Danny?
Oklahoma.
You think it's gonna go over the 52.5?
That I don't know.
Right, I tell you, I'm gonna stay away from that.
I'm gonna stay away.
Yeah.
I'm definitely staying away from that. I just don't know much about Temple. I haven't seen much about. I don't know much about them. I don't know shit about them. I don't know if they can score. I don't know if they got a defense. Like I gotta look and see who they played, all that shit. So I can't. I'm gonna stay away from that game.
They play UMass and Howard.
Who?
They play UMass and Howard. UMass 42-10 beat Howard 55-7.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but look who they played. Like
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't. That's two of the worst teams in whatever conference they're in. You get what I'm saying? So I can't really. Yeah, UMass and that's I can't. I'm gonna stay away from that game.
You got Alabama, Wisconsin, Alabama at home. Alabama is actually favored by 20.5.
They're gonna beat the shit out of Wisconsin.
I would say.
My only question is the wide receiver playing?
Who, Ryan Williams? No,
Yeah.
I don't think he's playing. I think I seen somebody that said he wasn't playing. I could be wrong though.
Already, they already know.
So y'all
Ryan
think Bama
Williams.
will play that spread?
Yeah, I'm picking them to cover.
Nah, I'm not doing that,
They beat the shit out of them at Wisconsin last year.
nigga. Is this the same Alabama? Do they got Jalen Monroe at quarterback? No. I do not see Simpson is not it, bro. He don't scare me against nobody.
He got his confidence back last week.
Yeah.
They're gonna be shit out of them people.
Do I think they're gonna win? Yeah. If I had to take it, I'd take Wisconsin to cover.
I'm taking Bama to cover that 20.5. What you got, Don?
I'm undecided, but I'm gonna take Bama to cover it now.
I'm going Bama to cover. They're gonna be shit out of them people.
I gotta go with Bama.
If Ryan Williams is playing, I would have a different take. But since he's not playing,
We had dropped 3 passes in the biggest game of the year. I don't want to hit on that.
Right.
huh?
I said Ryan Williams dropped 3 passes in the biggest game of the year. I don't want to hit nothing about if he was playing. The best receiver is Bernard, number 5. That's the best receiver.
That's true. Well, yeah. And somebody showed me something. I don't know if y'all go back and look at the stats. If y'all go back and look at the stats, Ryan Williams from last year, Bernard had way more yards than him, and he was the most consistent receiver. Ryan Williams had a game against Georgia, and I think he had a game against somebody else. Other than that, he only averaged like 30 yards a game. Look it up.
And I think somebody was telling me about a stat that he hasn't had a receiving touchdown or something since Georgia.
Yeah,
Ryan Williams.
yeah.
What you got, Dennis? You taking them?
I'm going Alabama.
Cover?
The cover, yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't feeling that.
All right.
I
Go ahead.
What's that?
I got enough. I ain't got enough.
Okay. The big game of the weekend. Well, one of the big games of the weekend is Georgia, Tennessee at 3:30.
What's the spread on that game? It's a touchdown or something like that, right?
3.5.
It dropped. It was higher than that. I think it dropped.
Where the game?
3.5.
Is that Tennessee?
Tennessee.
I'm calling Tennessee for the upset. I'm taking Tennessee money line. I'm calling Tennessee for them motherfuckers can score.
Right.
Them motherfuckers can score, bro.
I was thinking, but I just.
Let me ask you a question. Who name a key weapon on Georgia's offense? Name a running back, wide receiver, anybody.
Zachary Branch.
I forgot he transferred there. But the motherfucker been so mute, I ain't heard nothing about him.
I seen some of the fans that follow me on Facebook that saying they've been running too many bubble screens.
Yeah,
They've been bubble screening there.
Yeah, but Gunnar Stockton, he's not proven to me. He ain't won a big. Well, he came in against Texas and he finished the game, but he didn't start it, so I can't give him all the credit for that. But this, I think, man, listen, I think Umaleo, whatever that nigga name is, that went on to UCLA. I think that was the best thing that could have happened to Tennessee. They got a really good quarterback, and his fucking confidence through the roof, and that's all you need going into a football game, bro. And you at home too, nigga. Give me Tennessee.
Zachary Branch last game had 3 catches, 95 yards, and a touchdown. The problem I see with Georgia, often looking at the stats from the Marshall game, is Gunnar Stockton only had 14 out of 22 for 192 touchdowns, and then he led them. Unfortunately, he led them in rushing with 10 carries for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Exactly, and I guarantee you, Zachary Branch probably had a big ass long. One of them catches was probably 50 yards or more.
He averaged 31.7 yards a catch.
Exactly. Yeah. I like I said before, I like Tennessee, nigga. I like Tennessee.
Nate Frazier, who was supposed to be the next back at Georgia, including Chauncey Bowens. Nate Frazier had 11 carries for 47 yards, no touchdown, and Chauncey Bowens had 6 carries for 33 yards.
They is not. So you telling me besides the quarterback, you telling me they rushed for less than 100 yards?
No, defense
Hell no.
had
They were
5 carries for 60 yards.
So okay, with all 3 of the running backs, they ran for over 100 yards. Is what you're saying? Excluding Gunnar Stockton.
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
150.
I like Tennessee money line.
I ain't gonna lie, Dennis. I was watching Josh Pate podcast yesterday, and I was like, boy, I want to go Tennessee way so bad, but I just feel like every time we be like, boy, Georgia ain't finna do this, or Georgia ain't look good in the previous
They
game.
got a history of doing that shit too. They just turn it up, don't they?
Every single time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what I'm probably gonna do. I think Georgia gonna win. I just don't trust Tennessee. For some reason, I just feel like Tennessee always found a way when you think that they supposed to be over the hump, they found a way to not win. I'm saying on the surface, I'm saying I think Georgia gonna win. I'm probably gonna put a ticket in with Tennessee just because I need to have something to happen for me on the surprise thing. But I don't think Tennessee gonna beat Georgia. I won't be surprised. But what scared me the most about Georgia is the lack of production on offense. But they also could have been not, like you was talking about earlier, Dennis, with Florida State. They could have been just not doing anything that they don't need to do to beat the team that they beat, knowing they got a big game coming up. You don't want to give your first SEC team too much to work with. So
okay.
Yeah, game footage.
Well, so you gonna try to open it up against SEC rival? No, I don't see it.
You got to think about it though. Georgia don't have no inexperience. They ain't like they breaking in a new quarterback. Gunnar Stockton been there. He's been there. He ain't like he's some freshman that. So it ain't gonna be it's not gonna be. I'm not saying they're gonna open it up. I'm saying I know what Georgia gonna do. Georgia gonna play good, hard physical defense, and they're gonna run the ball.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what's gonna happen when Georgia get behind?
They're gonna be in trouble.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I just don't see them.
But you got to get behind.
You got to get behind first,
you got to get behind first.
Bro, it's a new era in college football, bro.
I get it.
The playing field even, bro.
I'm gonna say the same thing you said about Gunnar Stockton about Aguilar. Aguilar ain't faced no real SEC defenses yet either. You gotta think about that now. He coming from the Pac-12.
But he faced competition. And fucking Gunnar Stockton ain't played no goddamn body. Who? Charles and Ricketts?
I understand what you're saying. He's been in the SEC. He understands the atmosphere. He understands what it takes. You bringing a kid from the Pac-12 that ain't seen no linebacker that run like running backs, and he ain't seen no cornerbacks the size of safeties, and he ain't seen no safeties that run like corners. He ain't seen none of that.
Let me ask you this: who is in more of a rhythm going into week 3 right now? I guarantee is the quarterback for Tennessee because they've been letting that motherfucker cut it loose. Gunnar Stockton ain't been.
Gunnar Stockton is not. He's not supposed to cut it loose though. I was going to say you can't really compare the two because Gunnar Stockton, no Georgia quarterback has ever been a quarterback that's just going to cut it loose. They all been game managers. Don't turn the ball over, hand the ball off, throw all play action. That's it. So that's a bad comparison. And Tennessee has had several quarterbacks in the last 4 or 5 years since Josh Heupel been there that are aired out and then they look like shit against Georgia when they play. Look like shit when they play against a team with a good secondary.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying Aguilar gonna look like. I get what you're saying.
No NIL either. When motherfuckers is transferring out.
I get all that. I'm saying I don't give a damn about your NIL. When the ball gets snapped, can you beat the man in front of you? Georgia's gonna play man defense and probably zone if Tennessee can't run the ball, and then we're gonna see if Aguilar can throw against the SEC defense. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying you're gonna have to prove it against 5-star DBs that can push your fucking receivers. And so you gotta think about this. You could be a really good quarterback when your receiver can get open. But if I'm in your goddamn face and I can knock you off your route and you got to hold that ball for 2 seconds later, 2 more seconds, it's a whole different ball game. Now, I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you wholeheartedly. Aguilar going to add that bitch out. They're going to spread the ball around. I don't think you're going to beat Georgia doing that because it's one or two things going to happen. Either you're going to be heavily on the pass and that's going to make you one-dimensional, or you're going to be heavily on the run and your pass ain't over. One of the two going to happen. Either Georgia's going to take away the run game and make them throw heavy, or Georgia gonna take away the pass game and make them run heavy. One of the two gonna happen. That's why I'm leaning toward. And Kirby Smart always know how to get his team ready for big game. I don't know what it is, what he tell them, boy, what kind of coke or drugs he giving them. I'm not going to get Georgia defense.
Tennessee money line, nigga.
Good.
Tennessee
Good,
money
bro.
line, nigga.
Right. I
Look around.
ain't. Now, for the record, I won't be surprised if Tennessee win, but listen, I'm going back to what I say. I always look at the coaches that's involved in the game. Kirby Smart would not, I ain't gonna say he gonna allow it, but Kirby Smart was gonna die that defense. So you got a quarterback that has never seen anything like he about to see. Kirby Smart gonna die that thing up.
What's the over and under for that game? Because that shit gonna be an under.
49.5. I like the under though.
I like the under.
49.5. Yeah, I like the under.
I like the under like a motherfucker. Georgia ain't gonna score like that. No niggas gonna score against Austin Peay.
They opened up against Austin Peay, but I think it'll be under though. I think it'll be under. But a lot of these matchups, this could be an upset Saturday weekend right here too.
Right.
So
This could be
okay.
upset.
The safest bet. Fuck the money line, Tennessee. The safest bet, if we just talking to the fans and we trying to give them a for sure lock, take the under.
Under.
What Georgia want is an NFL Ravens versus the Steelers back in the days kind of score. You want some field goals, and you want the time of possession to be a lot for you and a lot for Tennessee. You want to make them keep it slow, because now if Tennessee was able to open it up,
we in trouble.
Georgia in trouble.
Yep. We're not right here. I'm more scared before you let you go. I'm more scared of Tennessee scoring before Georgia score. I just don't see Georgia don't have that offense this year. But go ahead. I digress.
Nah, I agree. I don't think they had the offense. I'm always gonna lean toward Kirby Smart in that defense, because I know the defense now. That defense gonna keep them in every game. Now, what gonna stop them do turnover wise or decision making wise when he is asked to do something is gonna be the difference maker.
Yeah.
You got 4 o'clock. That was a 3:30 game. 4 o'clock game. You got South Florida, Miami, and just because South Florida beat Boise State, and just because South Florida beat Florida team that had their coaches coaching against them, people think South Florida is good. South Florida is not a good football team.
Hey, now
their quarterback came through. They don't have a run game. They got one receiver who happened to get a bomb and score on Florida. I don't like their secondary. I don't think they're a good football team at all. And I'm not hating on them because they beat Florida. I'm just saying football wise, they don't move the needle. They don't give me a reason to think they can win the game. I don't think they're gonna win the game. I actually think Miami gonna blow them out. Honestly.
I was gonna say the same thing. I take Miami cover.
Because
the
biggest.
What spread? What 17 or some shit like that?
17.
Yeah.
Yep. I like Miami cover. I think Miami is it in Miami?
Yeah.
Yes, in Miami.
Miami gonna punch their ass in the mouth, and they're gonna that's it. Cause they can't fucking run. The only motherfucker that can run is the quarterback, and that's off of a breakdown defense. They can't throw. Mark my word, he gonna have 2 interceptions that game.
And I'm gonna add this in. Miami, with their worst defense they had in a long time, blew them out last year. They only scored 17 points on Miami last year with a bad defense. Miami defense better this year. You ain't scoring 17 points on them this year.
But
if you do, Miami gonna have like
they didn't have Dakari Brown at quarterback though, so that's a difference.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Who was the quarterback last year?
Because Dakari Brown, he was out. He coming back for. I think this is his first game in like 2 years.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he didn't play last year.
Let me look that up real quick. 2024. But Miami defensive line is bigger, stronger, more physical than Florida's on.
No, I agree.
I don't think you're gonna be able to run the ball on them with that Georgia. They beat them 50-15 last year.
Who was the quarterback?
I'm looking now. Yeah, he was the quarterback. He went for he was the quarterback. 19 out of 30, 254, no touchdown.
He must have got hurt the game after that or some shit like that. Because he missed like 90% of the season.
Bro, them boys got shut down. The backup quarterback came in through 2 picks. They highest rusher was 6 carries for 31 yards. Yeah, Miami gonna beat shit out of these people tomorrow. Saturday. I'm taking Miami to cover.
I got Miami to cover. Yeah, Miami on a high right now. I think this is gonna be. I haven't seen Miami's schedule, but don't be surprised It's gonna be like a two-way tie between two teams. It's going ACC going through Clemson and Miami and Florida State. One
Yeah,
of them three
Miami
is gonna
Florida
be in
State.
the ACC championship.
They're
Miami
going.
Florida
They
State gonna
might play each other back to back. You know, it's the top two teams in ACC now.
they're gonna play twice.
They're gonna play
Huh?
twice. Yeah, it's the
Miami
top two
Florida
teams
State
in
gonna
ACC
play
now.
Okay. We'll
It's the
cover
top
that
two.
game.
Who?
I got my take on that game, but we'll cover that 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, Miami. I don't think Clemson. I think it's gonna be Miami and Florida State gonna play. Obviously, their regular season matchup, but I got Miami and Florida State in the ACC championship game.
Okay.
Yeah, back to back. They're playing 2 times.
I got
Who
you.
you got this game, Dennis?
I got Miami. I'm gonna take them at the halftime.
That's a good. What's the spread at half?
10.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's at I got 7.5. Where you got 10 on yours?
Yeah.
7.5
I'm
at
making
the
it
half?
10.
No, 7 second half. I'm saying my bad. Second half over. Second half over is Miami 7.5. Negative 2.5.
Miami gonna do all their damage in the first half. They're gonna put that game
First
away.
half is 10.5.
Yeah, first half. Yeah, I like.
And the Cinderella is over with when they go to Miami. I just they didn't even against Boise State, they didn't show me anything on offense. Like at all. They didn't show me anything.
I don't even think it's no Cinderella. I mean, for them, I guess it is. But you
Yeah,
beat
they
it.
got national attention. They in the top 25.
Yeah, so yeah, but that shit ends Saturday. You right?
For sure.
It's gonna
That's
end early too.
And it yeah, for sure.
Because if Florida had any ounce of a coach, Florida should have been up 21-7 in the first quarter.
Yeah, for sure.
Another game, you got Illinois. I'm sorry, not Illinois. You got Ole Miss and Arkansas. I'm going Ole Miss, but I'm not taking them to cover because they didn't score a lot of points last week. I took them at 10.5 last week and they won by 10. So I ain't taking them to cover this week.
The jury, I haven't really watched Arkansas like that. I did
Oh,
watch.
they legit.
I did watch a little bit of Ole Miss, but when I watched them, they were playing really. They was playing against an inferior opponent. Me personally, I'm gonna stay away from that game. I have no say on that because I haven't done my research.
Ole Miss to win the game. I just wouldn't touch the 7.5 because Arkansas can score. Now I will probably take that 60.5 over.
Over?
Because Arkansas offense is them boys can put up some points.
Okay.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about touching it because the Arkansas quarterback is a dual threat. That boy nice. Green. He transferred there from
He was there last year, number 10.
Yeah, he transferred from Boise State last year.
Yeah, he was there last year. He was pretty decent. Yeah, for sure. I like him. But just off of that, I'm gonna stay away from that game because the jury's still out on me for Ole Miss.
What you going with, Dave?
I'm gonna probably stay away from it also. I'm gonna probably, like you say, the over look good, but I'm gonna probably stay away from it.
7:30 game. You got the Florida Gators with a lame duck coach going into Death Valley at 7:30 at night playing against LSU.
Florida wounded right now. Confident shot. You can say the same thing about LSU. They look pretty good against Louisiana Tech. This is the thing though. Remember how I told you earlier in the broadcast that Florida gonna win one of the games, whether it be this one or next week. What's kind of scaring me to take LSU is whether it was last week against La Tech or Clemson. They didn't score a lot of points for them to have the best receiving corps in the country. They ain't scoring a lot. So if I had a pick, what's the over and under in that game?
7.5. Oh, the over and under 48.5.
Damn, that's low. Oh, damn, I was hoping it was gonna be like 56. I don't know, man. That's LSU ain't scoring like that. They not scoring. They haven't crunked that box Chevy up yet. It ain't ready yet. Like that bitch it's still cold out. I don't know, man. I'm staying away from it. I'm gonna watch it just because I want Florida to lose again. No, actually, I'm lying. I want Florida to win because I want Florida State to keep going up. I'm just gonna watch it from a fan standpoint, but Florida lost, so I don't know what kind of energy they coming in with. And LSU just haven't opened it up for me yet. So if I had to go off of it, I'm gonna go LSU money line. I mean, you probably can get them for like 220 plus, well, minus 220, like 225 or some shit like that. I take LSU money line, huh?
They minus 325.
Okay, yeah, they. I would take them money line as far as covering the spread. It's a rivalry game. I take LSU money line.
I'm going LSU. I feel like this. Florida seems to, if we go back to last year, they play harder when everybody starts saying fire their coach. I don't know why. I feel like they're gonna either win. For some reason, I just got it in my mind that they're gonna win either this week or next week.
Same.
What I
Exactly
think,
what I was saying.
what I think is gonna happen is they're gonna lose this week, and then the firing Billy Napier gonna crowd gonna get louder and louder. They're gonna find a way to they'll play one last time for their coach because they know if he lose the LSU, if he lose the LSU, that's gonna pretty much seal his fate. He has to win the game if he lose the LSU, and I think that's the game they're gonna win because the players are gonna say we're gonna send our coach out like we're gonna play for our coach. They're gonna play for each other back against the wall. They're gonna find a way to win. And most importantly, because I think Miami plays a style of football that bodes well for an idiot like Billy Napier to win the game. Because Mario Cristobal is just not as dumb as Billy Napier, to where they have no common sense. So I could see a game where both of them sit over there and twiddle their thumbs and say, "We'll run the ball and punt. You run the ball and punt. You run the ball and punt. We're gonna run the ball and punt." And that's the kind of game that I feel like Florida could win because Miami's offense is going to run the ball. They want to be physical. They want to hit you in the mouth. And I could see Mario Cristobal not open it up because Carson Beck is not going to wow you, right? And Florida has played it good against Carson Beck, even at Georgia with all them weapons. We played good against. So he don't really scare me. And Miami runs an offense that's half.
Where is that game at next week? Is it in the Swamp?
No, it's in Miami.
It's in Miami, yeah.
So y'all gotta play both of them games on the road?
It don't really matter because Miami don't have a real home field, so it's in the middle of nowhere. So it's not
in
like
Dade County, ain't it?
I don't care. Miami fans don't go to the game. They too busy on Facebook talking about the '80s. They don't go to no fucking game. Motherfuckers don't go to no damn game. Nah, but for all jokes aside, I just think that Miami plays a style of play that fits Florida to try to win. Florida doesn't play good against teams that can open it up. That's what scared me about LSU. Because I feel like if LSU get a couple touchdowns,
it's over.
It's over with because you can't match that. Now Miami's not going to even try to. Now if Miami get touchdowns, it's going to be because they made plays.
I see what you're saying.
Mario Cristobal is not going to go out there and try to get 28 points. He will get 28 points because they was able to run the ball down your throat. Or, you know what I'm saying? That Tooney guy who was a hell of a freshman. Been and caught a couple balls and took some shit. That's how I think Miami's going to score. They're not going to go try to score on you. And Mario Cristobal, like I say, he doesn't have that killer instinct. He doesn't have that knockout punch in him. That I think he'll let Florida be around. It'll be 17-20 because both of these teams just
what's the spread? Yeah,
for LSU Florida.
Yeah,
7.5.
That hook be killing me, bro.
I think LSU gonna cover that. I could see them winning like 24-13, 27-10, and some shit like that. Or maybe even 27-17. I just ain't seen nothing from Florida in the LIU game, and I ain't seen enough from Florida in the USF game that tells me that we're gonna be able. We ain't blocked LIU. We ain't blocked South Florida. And now you want me to think that miraculously we're gonna go block LSU?
Hey, boy, that LSU defense was crazy against Clemson. Boy, them niggas was hitting, bro. I was impressed with that defense. So, yeah.
What you got, Danny?
I got LSU. I think Florida in that game. I think they shook.
Right.
Okay. They have confidence, man.
Dupree, the only reason I'm scared to pick that game, if somebody had a gun to my head, I'm picking LSU. Money line, that hook fucks me every time. That's why I can't fuck with that 7.5 bullshit. Because Vegas be doing what the fuck they be talking about. I don't know how they do that shit, but they know what the fuck they talking about. Perfect example, that Buffalo Bills versus fucking Ravens game. That shit was a 1-point spread. And that shit was a 1-point game, bro. I be wondering how the fuck they do that shit, bro. So if I had to, I would take on the strength of the fact that the confidence ain't there. It's in Death Valley. LSU their offense is in better shape right now than Florida's is, so I would take that. But LSU offense ain't been hitting. So I take LSU money line just to be on the safe side. I need LSU to turn it up. They got the type of and the receivers. They got the type of offense that could mirror Joe Burrow when they had Jamar Chase and no boy. Because they got some receivers. They just ain't using them right, or they need to go find that play caller, whoever the fuck was calling plays for LSU back then. But money line LSU.
Yeah, the next game is this is a big game. Notre Dame at home versus Texas A&M.
Did Notre Dame play this last week or they was off?
I think they was. I don't remember seeing them. Did they play?
Yeah, they was off. I think it was idle.
It was off.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be fresh.
Okay, so I haven't watched Texas A&M, so I don't know much about them. No, what's the spread of that game?
6.5.
How many?
6.5. Notre Dame minus 6.5.
Do y'all think Texas A&M offense better than Miami offense?
Yes.
Yes.
You think Texas A&M offense better than Miami offense?
Yes. The defense ain't.
The defense they gotta do a threat quarterback, and they got what's his name, Le'Veon Moss or whatever his name, that boy Raw.
Okay, so the reason I asked that question is because I don't know much about Texas A&M, so Miami kind of was moving the ball against Notre Dame. I ain't gonna say it will, but they was moving the ball. Let a freshman go off. CJ Carr, I think that's a quarterback. If this game was week 5 or 6, I would take Notre Dame. But if I had to take somebody, I would take Texas A&M with the points. Where the game at?
No, it's in Notre Dame.
It's in Notre Dame.
I'm gonna take Texas A&M with the points because I don't know if you caught CJ Carr really started to get himself together in the fourth quarter against Miami. If that game was longer, Notre Dame would have won that game. Thing is, you can't if they'd have had a game last week so he could continue that momentum, I would have been like, okay, Notre Dame. But the fact that he struggled the whole game, caught fire, and then had to wait a whole fucking week to get playing time again. Is he gonna continue with? Is he gonna have the same rhythm that he caught when he in the fourth quarter of that Miami game?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. Jury said I don't see CJ Carr, so I would take Texas A&M with the points.
I'm taking Texas A&M.
I'm going to Texas A&M for the upset.
I ain't gonna say Texas A&M to win, but I'm taking them with the points.
They're gonna win. I'm rocking with Marcel Reed, and Texas A&M defense is they haven't been playing collective. They haven't been playing like a good defense, but they have a bunch of returning players, and I think they're gonna play good. They got a bunch of old Florida Gator players over there too, but I think they're gonna play good enough. And I think Notre Dame. I just don't see Notre Dame being explosive enough. One way Notre Dame could win the game is they got to make it a methodical, slow, ground and pound, play defense, punt game. But if A&M can score, I don't think Notre Dame can score with them.
I kind of beg to differ on that. The reason being, I think this is probably take away. If you took the quarterback, what was the quarterback that transferred from Duke last year? That was Leonard. If you could put Leonard as the quarterback of this team, Notre Dame legitimately has the best offense they ever had. They just don't have a quarterback right now. This is the best.
They don't got no receiver that can bring you down.
Have you been watching them? This is the best receiving corps they've had in the last 5 years.
How many points they put up against Miami?
They put up fucking 28.
That's not enough against Texas A&M. You know, Texas A&M can score 40. They can score.
But my point is this you're missing my point. They scored 21 points in the fucking fourth quarter when CJ Carr caught fire. They scored all those points in the fourth quarter because CJ he couldn't get in the groove. This is his first game. What I'm saying is, if Texas A&M had a legitimate quarterback, Notre Dame had a legitimate quarterback.
They don't.
That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. But if CJ Carr can play like that same quarterback in the fourth quarter, they got offense, bro. This is the best This is the best receiving court Notre Dame has had in the last 6-7 years. I promise you.
I just like to see it. I want to see them play. I just think if it's a shootout, I like Texas A&M. If it's a ground and pound game, I like Notre Dame. But I'm gonna take Texas A&M with a point just because I'm always gonna lean more toward the athletic quarterback.
Yeah.
And Marcel Reed is a dog, and Moss, their running back, is a dog too.
Yeah. I don't know about the game, but I like Texas A&M to cover with the points. Yeah, for sure. I'm with you.
And then the last game of the week before I let y'all get out of here is Vanderbilt, South Carolina at South Carolina. I'm going South Carolina.
What's the spread? It's under 7, right?
Yeah, 5.5.
What's the over and under?
48.5.
Okay.
I'm going South Carolina straight up.
South Carolina.
And it's probably gonna be under.
Yeah, because Vanderbilt like to run the ball, and if they get a lead, they gonna lean on you. So, but fucking Virginia Tech, South Carolina defense is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
they front seven is crazy.
They're gonna be way too dimensional to beat South Carolina, score on South Carolina. South Carolina offense is very explosive with the Noah Sellers. I almost want to take. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna take South Carolina to cover too. That offense is explosive.
It's under a touchdown. If it's under a touchdown, I like South. It's home. Where's
it's
it?
Home at night. It's home at night. They're gonna blow them boys out probably.
Boy, you cannot go against poverty, boy. That's a badass boy.
I know.
I'm gonna take South Carolina. I'm gonna take South Carolina to cover 2 because they defense is nasty. Them linebackers, they front 7. God damn.
You're not gonna score on a team like that by running that damn option all game. You can't throw. I don't think he can throw consistently enough to do it. So it ain't gonna be close. I think it's gonna be a blowout.
I bet the difference. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. I think it's gonna be like a 27-20 game or some shit like that. It's gonna be a grungy.
They're not scoring 20 points on South Carolina. Watch what I tell you. Watch when we have the show.
Okay, question. Do they have what's the over and under points for Vanderbilt? Do they have the total points I checked for Vanderbilt? Team total?
No, not yet. Let me go check. Hold on.
What's about what they gonna score 20.5?
They got what's the name is 20.5 Vanderbilt?
Yeah. They ain't scoring 20 points.
I might take Vanderbilt to score 20 points, bro.
They ain't scoring 20 points.
I like their offense, dog. Their offense is like it's some weird ass option. It's not option. It's just they literally force you to fucking put everybody in the box. Because if you don't, they're gonna run it down your throat.
Yeah, the South Carolina. That's what I'm saying. South Carolina gonna have to, and it ain't gonna work. Watch, just watch. All right, fellas, I'm gonna let y'all get out of here because we got about 3 more minutes. I can record longer, but it's only 2-hour live.
No, we good for sure.
I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. I appreciate y'all boy coming through, man. Next week, so every week we Tuesday night for the entire football season. We're gonna be in here rocking and talking to our stuff. I appreciate y'all boy coming through, man. Y'all boy hold it down.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, fella.
First off, fuck Bama in the road tide. Fuck Tuscaloosa in every city that's close by. Bitch ass hillbilly redneck fans. Auburn almost caught y'all slacking like dress pants. Michigan trash, they ain't got a damn chance. Only Wolverine I respect is X-Man. Keen ass coach got exposed, still in plays. Damn right I'm bitter, y'all sweeter than lemonade. Texas ain't shit to rave about. The Longhorns only good at a steakhouse. Had y'all like number 3, I was like, no way. Y'all lost to Oklahoma, which means y'all just okay. And Washington not important. Y'all be some ducks, acting like that's vital as an organ. If we played y'all, we kick that ass Chuck Norris. Y'all stay boring. Only thing in that bitch is a forest. Let's set the record straight. Fuck your team if it ain't Florida State.
Real Spill with Dupree.